The Genocide Generation, by Chuck Baldwin, January 16, 2025. Whatever Joe Biden did or didn't do during his 4 years as president will always be overshadowed by his calloused complicity to the Gaza genocide. He will forever be known as Genocide Joe. That is his legacy. Likewise, history will always remember the complicity of the evangelical churches in America to Israel's genocide in Gaza. It is a stain that will only worsen with time. I was pleasantly stunned to read a missive written by a Palestinian Christian, not because of the man who wrote it, but because it was published on a Baptist website. Baptists and Charismatics have formed the largest group of evangelicals supporting the genocide in Gaza, or at least refusing to condemn it. So, it is refreshing to know that there is at least one Baptist editor or publisher that will give a Palestinian Christian a public platform from which to tell Christians the truth about the vile sin of silence over the Israeli genocide in Gaza that has enveloped a majority of America's evangelical Christians. The Palestinian Christian who wrote the column is Jack Nasser. Here are excerpts of his heartrending column, emphases in the original. In our age of advanced technology, where global connections are just a click away, a desperate cry echoes from the Gaza Strip, a cry from a land enduring the weight of more than 57 years of Israeli occupation and a brutal blockade that has suffocated it for more than 17 years. Gaza's suffering is not merely a tale of survival, it is a stark testament to the fragility of human connections, unraveling in the cruel hands of geopolitical power struggles. For the past 10 months, the people of Gaza have watched in despair as their infrastructure crumbles around them, particularly the networks that connect them to each other and to the outside world. This devastation has not only severed vital lifelines but has also deepened the emotional and psychological scars borne by Palestinians, both in Gaza and across the globe. As followers of Christ, we are reminded in 1 Corinthians 12:26, if one part suffers, every part suffers with it. The genocide in Gaza is far more than a geopolitical crisis. It is a deeply human tragedy that beckons us, as Christians, to respond with compassion, prayer and unwavering action. Behind every news headline lies a story of heartbreak, a mother's desperate tears, a father's unspoken fears, children who long for the simple comfort of a voice on the other end of a call. Imagine the terror of an injured person, trapped in the ruins of what was once their home, unable to reach out for help because the communication lines have been destroyed. How many lives have been lost, not just to bombs but to the cruel isolation that followed? In these moments, communication is as essential as water, a lifeline in the face of darkness. Proverbs 31:8 and 9 implores us to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute, for the people of Gaza. This command is not just a call to action. It is a moral imperative that speaks to the very heart of our Christian faith. Jesus promises us in John 14:18, I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. Yet, the severing of Gaza's ties to the world has left many feeling orphaned, abandoned in their hour of greatest need. In a world where technology is celebrated for its ability to unite us, it is painfully ironic that these very advancements are being weaponized against Gaza, a community already stripped of basic rights and necessities. This genocide transcends the boundaries of politics. It is a call to Christian compassion, solidarity and action. James 2:15 and 16 challenges us. Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? The tragedy unfolding in Gaza is not just a failure of governance. It is a failure of our collective humanity. It is a stark reminder that even in our connected world, there are places buried in silence, forgotten by a global society that prides itself on its technological prowess yet turns a blind eye to human suffering. Now is the time to shatter this silence, to amplify the voices drowned out by injustice, to extend a hand of compassion across borders. We must take our Christian responsibilities seriously, be the voice for the voiceless, offer global support and bring Gaza's story from darkness into light. Let our actions reflect the values we preach, values of connection, compassion and humanity. Offering aid and solidarity to those besieged in Gaza is not only a Christian duty, it is an investment in peace and stability for our world. In these trying times, let us act with a spirit of vibrant humanity, bringing this story from darkness into light, affirming that our shared humanity knows no bounds. The Bible reminds us that every human being is made in the image of God, deserving of dignity and respect. Through our actions and words, we can reflect Christ's love and bring hope to those who suffer. Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Matthew 5:9. It is our duty to work toward peace, to speak against oppression, to stand with the marginalized. As we reflect on Gaza's plight, let us not forget the steadfast faith of Palestinian Christians, especially those in Gaza who continue to worship in damaged churches, holding on to their faith under siege and genocide. These communities, rooted in the land of our Savior, embody the enduring spirit of Christ's love and sacrifice. Their faith and resilience remind us of our shared Christian heritage and the responsibility we bear to stand with them in solidarity and prayer. I confess, I could not read Nasser's words without weeping. How in heaven's name can evangelicals who profess Jesus Christ as their Savior and claim to be part of Christ's body not only sit in abject and apathetic silence to the slaughter of innocents but also, in many cases, enthusiastically and openly support this slaughter? It demonstrates in real time the utter blindness of the eyes, deafness of the ears, callousness of the heart and entrancement of the mind caused by following the teachings of Christian Zionism. In the name of eschatology, evangelicals lost their humanity. In the years and generations to come, our children and grandchildren are going to learn of the genocide in Gaza, with all of its horrors, and they are going to innocently and intently ask us, "Dad, Mom, Grandpa, Grandma, did you know this was happening? What were you doing while this was happening?" It's really ironic, because evangelicals by and large despise Joe Biden. Yet, for the rest of human history, today's evangelicals will share the legacy of Joe Biden as the genocide generation. Copyright, Chuck Baldwin. If you appreciate this column and want to help me distribute these editorial opinions to an ever-growing audience, donations may be made by credit card, check, or money order. Go to www.chuckbaldwinlive.com and click on the Donate tab. I also have many books and DVDs available for purchase online. Go to www.chuckbaldwinlive.com and click on the Store tab. To subscribe to my weekly columns, go to www.chuckbaldwinlive.com and enter your email address in the subscribe box.